All things unexplained.
Hooray. Something that I wanted to ask Eric after we had him on the show, went off live and all of a sudden he opened up about a few things that were really important to him and he actually said I want to come back on and talk to you guys more. He was talking about the relationship between each individual and the experiences that were happening, like how the ranch was interacting with each person that was there differently. And you guys have mentioned that some of your crew was having some sort of hitchhiker effects. And by the way, a lot of people are making comments about how hitchhiker activity isn't always negative, which I will go ahead and say, yes, 100%. I am naive and fearful. And so I may have approached it in that direction. But no, you're totally right. Hitchhiker activity is not necessarily a negative thing. But did you guys see that too? Were these places reacting differently with individual people?
So I certainly can think of at least two areas off the top of my head, Paul, where you and I explored. One of them in Arizona, one of them when we were up in the Northeast in the birthplace of America. So in a couple of different locations, we absolutely had kind of our own unique reactions to the environment. And you know, part of that I think is the types of investigations that we were carrying out, because Paul and I weren't always together executing the same investigation. Oftentimes we would split up to try to cover as much ground as possible in the short period of time that we were there. So that led to these very unique experiences that we had separately, that we would then have a chance to work to come back together and communicate and share with each other what we had experienced. And in those instances, for sure, the idea of the phenomenon having a personal relationship with the individual certainly seemed to ring true for both of us.
Yeah, I think that's important to point out is that, you've seen the first episode, you have a sense of what the structure is like, and the way, sort of the mission, is handed to us. But Andy's right. I mean, we go out and we draw our own conclusions, we gather as much data as we can, and then we bring it back, uh, and we throw it in their laps. Hey guys, take a look. What do you think? And we come up with questions together. They come up with lots of things that would never occurred to us. And as we spoke about at the very beginning of this, that both leads us to maybe say, you know what, we're done at this place, or you know what, we need to go back, or we would like to go back. We have ideas about what we might want to do there or someplace else. So that's what's cool about the show, is that we both, find things, but it's open ended. This is just the beginning of the story.
All things unexplained.